So obviously when you joined us last time, it was the 3-1 defeat at home against Vinbar, which was very disappointing. However, it's been quite good since then. We had a second league game of the season against Isle Hod. We beat them 3-2 away from home, thanks to goals from Royce Hammerson and Nordheim. Nordheim coming into his own, being an absolute beast. We'll get into him shortly. Next up was Bossikop in the Cup. First round, Henriksen and Odderskaug seeing us with the goals to get us through. We were actually losing to them, and they're like a lower league side, so I was a bit concerned, really, if I'm honest with you. Next up was Mondalen in the league. We got a hat-trick. Well, Matthias Odderskaug got a hat-trick, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough to see us with a win. We managed to sneak a draw, basically, if you look at the scores above my head. Then we followed that up with a 5-2, very impressive 5-2 win away at Arundel Football. Nordheim getting a hat-trick and Odderskaug getting a brace. Very impressive performance indeed, it has to be said. Then we got knocked out of the cup in the second round. I think we were supposed to finish in the third round, or get to the third round at least. But Odds BK are from the top division, and they showed us how it's done, basically, with a 4-1 win over us. It wasn't Roy Simonson with a goal there. FK Jerv were next. We beat them 3-2, thanks to another hat-trick from Ruud Nordheim. Like I said, he's been on fire this season so far. Then we beat Konsvinger 4-1, thanks to Nordheim again. The Hoff making a rare appearance, and Odderskaug. Then obviously Christiansen beat them, lost to them 2-1 at home. Odderskaug with a goal, bit disappointing that one, but you know, we can't win them all. Then the top of the league, Honnefoss BK, 3-3 we drew this game. It was a bit of a topsy-turvy type game. We were winning after 54 minutes. They turned it on its head, made it 3-2, and we got a last kick of the game equaliser. So I was buzzing my tits off after a little bit of disappointment just before. And then the last game before we got to get to today's game against Tromso, Sandefjord Football. We beat them 2-1 away from home. Very impressive performance this. It was a lot... The margins were a lot bigger than what the score suggests, basically. We should have won like 4-1 or something like that. But today we have got Tromso. Tromso, the team who we signed a lot of players from, and they finished 4th last season. Their best player is Johnny Olsen Overly. Yeah, he's not bad, is he? Not bad at all. Look at that acceleration, 19. It does scare me a little bit. Pace 15, finishing 14. Hopefully he's not going to be that composed, but I can see why we're about like getting a cast-offs, basically. But in terms of the competition, as you can see, we are 4th. We're tied 4th, really, with Vindrat and Christiansund. We've only got a goal difference of +6. We're not like blowing everyone away like we did last season. We have lost a couple of games as well. But yeah, a win today would see us leapfrog Tromso into 2nd place, obviously, unless Christiansund BK win. But yeah, we're looking to narrow the gap on the top of the league, because ideally we want to be winning trophies, don't we? But yeah, as you can see here, Rune Nordheim leading the way with goals. He's on 12, with Odderskaug on 9, joint 2nd. Top performers, obviously them two again as well. Yeah, very impressive indeed. Odderskaug getting 6 assists so far. Nordheim tied first for the top 3, for the man of the matches, sorry. But yeah, it's been very impressive so far, so hopefully we can continue that form right now. Right, so here we go then. We have got basically a 4-4-1-1 against us with that man highlighted up top, and then Grande, who was like the player that's like 3rd on the list. So it's gonna be very tricky here. But yeah, obviously you can see our lineup here. In terms of the, you've only seen one game so far this season, but it's usual suspects for me. We've got Odderskaug starting, we've got Henriksen on the left, and then we've also got Mahamud starting on the right as well. We've got Overick at right back, of course. But Takoy is a surprise inclusion, but I would imagine to yourselves, he's done really well, actually. When Hilmarsson got injured, if you remember in the last episode, Takoy came in for him. And Skoggy was the one that wasn't performing as well as Takoy when Hilmarsson came back. So I've decided to keep Takoy for now, and he's done really well so far. So I'm kind of impressed. Cue him getting a 5.9 or something like that. So we are massive underdogs, so I'm going to say just that, and I'm going to give him a bit of calm faith, and hopefully that will buzz their tits off, and then it'll get them playing awesome. Look at that, nearly a sea green, only the goalkeeper. Let's get into them, boys. Here we go, that's first highlight of the game. It's starting with Tromso, it seems. We did draw with these 2-2 in a pre-season friendly. I don't know how much to read into that, if I'm being completely honest. Right, Kjær has a corner, plays it out to Nordheim. It's got a few goals like this, you know. Oh, there's another one. It took a wild deflection off that man highlighted as well, which is, well, it's fantastic. But get praised. Right, a chance for them. Perhaps it's a throw-in. Grande plays it in field to Engstad. He played for us Played at left back when we first joined the club. I wish we could get him back again. He was shit up for us, really. He was probably our best player when we first joined. Odegaard plays it for Nordheim. It's there. Keeper's had a maze. Done a Jack Butland. Fantastic. And we're buzzing his tits off. Come on, let's get up that table. Let's get top of the league. Let's win some more trophies. What a half, boys. Absolutely shit up, that one. And yeah, I'm going to obviously go down the, the complacency route. Well, the opposite, should have said. Don't get complacent. We have been on fire in that first half, and hopefully we can continue it. Come on, boys. Right, so I'm just about to make a change, but there is a highlight. See what happens. It will dictate what I do. It's a long hoof. It's kind of cleared away. It is now. Anchor knocks it long. Martin win the header, but it's Sigurdsson that's picks up the ball. Finds Nygaard. It's played through for that man. Overall, and it's an own goal. What the hell were you doing there, Brathen? Right, that dictates what I'm doing. Own goal, apparently. Right, so we're just about to encourage him. In fact, there it is. They've headed it over the bar. Thank God for that. I've just encouraged him. So it looks like we're going to see this out with a win. Kind of cleared away. We're going to see it out 2-1 win. Wasn't it? So you can see the subs on the left-hand side. And, yeah, fantastic result for us here. A quick game, which is a bit of a surprise. But I'm going to tell him that, that was fantastic, because it was. A bit of a shame that Hilmarsen got a 6.3. Not entirely sure why, one mistake, it seems. But yeah, it looks like Henriksen got the player of the match. So I'm going to tell him that I'm buzzing with his performance. And he's inspired, which is exactly what we're looking for. Yeah, so with that in mind, I mean, that season's going to second. Like I said before, it season's leapfrog him. That means Kristiansund must have drawn or lost. Indeed, they did lose. They lost 4-1. Massive result for Strom that. But yeah, it's looking rosy. Let's have a quick look. See if there's anything else we can have a look at, any of the admin side of things, because obviously it's going to be a fairly short one looking at this. Yeah, dynamics, absolutely shit hot at the minute. Eriksson's now a team leader. Let's have a look at the hierarchy. There's one thing I did forget to check. The support. Everyone supports us. Well, no, they don't. Everyone is either no opinion or supportive. So yeah, it's fantastic so far. Social groups. You can see it all. A massive social group there. Mohammed and Falk, surprisingly, I might look to get rid of him because he's more of like a bit part player now. Holman is a new player, so I'm hoping he's going to eventually get into this. But this is why I think the unity, if you like, that's one of the reasons why we do quite well. Happiness, only people that are concerned. I don't understand. It's like the extra training that people do. They start padding, and it's like, oh, why? You clearly, Roy Sampson is a prime example. Right? You want him to be better in certain areas. So, for instance, you want him. I think I've got him. Let me have a quick look. In fact, I've got him training on his dribbling. His dribbling is actually going up, right? But if I highlight it on its own, right, it started off on 6.4. So that's shit for us advanced forward. Right, it's now at 9. So it's actually improving anyway. But he's just complaining and pissing and moaning. But he's showing improvement. So, long may it continue, really. In terms of my profile, this is what I look like now. I haven't actually looked at it in a while. But motivating's up to 11. That's fantastic. Discipline's only 1, apparently, because I don't bollock him or out. You clearly saw me use aggressive in the first game of the season. So, but yeah, it was nearly at double figures on some of the key things. The one thing I will say is my training in terms of goalkeepers is still pretty poor. But that's what I mean. I'm trying to leave myself, if I look at my training regime, I am covering like basically all these at the bottom. Shooting, attacking, defending, ball control, and tactics. I'm not looking at fitness anymore, and I'm not looking at goalkeepers anymore. But so they're not going to improve because I managed to get a few other people in, basically staff members. I keep asking the board, for coaches and whatever. Like, I'll do this now so you can see what I do. I just say, we could do to enhance it. They're going to kick off. They're going to kick off rather, and I'm going to say, I can't stress how important this is going to be. You can ask how much, this is. I've done this 3 times now. It looks like they're not going to be able to do it. I'm going to say lack of it. No, I'm going to say this because it's not granted. Lack of ambition, and yeah, basically, I'm not going to lay my job on the line. So, yeah, fair enough. Got to ask because at the end of the day, you increase more people. Like ideally, I think if I remember rightly, if I've looked at the training again. I like to have 2 at least in every department, basically. So I'd like another fitness coach, or maybe even another goalkeeping coach. So it spreads out this a little bit better. Like you've got one person in each one that's going to excel. Because if I untick this, it goes up to 3 stars. Obviously you get the deal. You've obviously played this game before, most of you anyway. Yeah, as mentioned there, reached 3rd round. 2nd round we got knocked out, but it was a hard tie. Ball confidence is 45%. Ball confidence on this, we expect to finish mid-table, as you can see, 96%. So basically, if I go to the home page, yeah, job security is like 94%. So we're not going to be getting sat. In terms of any jobs, I kept having a little gander over here at the job centre, and there is actually one. Oh no, never mind. That's a director of football. And look at here. There's nothing seems to be coming up in terms of for what I'm looking for. I need Iceland or Finland, and the only jobs seem to be going like assistant managers, director of football, stuff like that. So because when I look at this screen here, I've just decided to get the filters on, so it's just manager. There's nothing apart from like underage teams and what have you. Obviously, there's Faroe Islands, but we've already done Faroe Islands. We've already won a title there. And obviously, there's one here for Sweden, but we've been in Sweden and we got a second place, which we said it was a playoff like trophy. Yeah, okay. But yeah, in terms of transfers, I don't think there's anything else happening. Oh yes, Jonas Simonsen is going to be leaving. He was kicking up a fuss. I think even Eriksson couldn't deal with it, and he's been a beast in terms of convincing people to shut up, basically. But he's now 30-year-old. He's not, it's not long before he's 31. Actually, in fact, it's actually 5 days. So where it could have been useful, I think we've got better options now. He's joining Alta as well. Alta IF. Same with the Torvanger. So it's a shame to see him go, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But as you can see here, the wage budget 7.7k left to spend. That's crazy. Because if I click on this, you can see here wage budget is nearly 15 grand, and we're spending, or committed spending, just over 7 grand. So we're less than half. So our financial control is absolutely shit up, but yet we're still losing money, which is a pain in the dick. Although there's a little bit of a boost there, but that might be because of the cup result. I think we got given a little bit of money. But it wasn't enough to cover. Like last season, we got quite a lot of money, pretty much covered all the wages. But this time, it was not to be. So coming back next time, I'm going to play another chunk of games. Basically, so I want to try and get through the seasons now and get these trophies won, if I'm honest with you. And I think I'm going to come back for the Hönefoss game at home. They are the team top of the table at the minute. Unless a job opportunity comes up, I think I'll be coming back for this game here. So who knows, I might be able to win another trophy here, get another title win. We'll have to wait and see. This will give us a good indicator of where we are, how far away we are from winning, getting another trophy. If we get to this stage, I might as well see out the season and then maybe leave at the end of the season. I did actually sign another contract at the beginning of the season to keep us on for another 2 years, I think it was. So I might like to see how this one goes, because this has been really enjoyable, to be fair, despite a couple of losses in between. The football's been really good. When we have lost, it's been, in fact, if I remember rightly, this loss here, I think it was like 20 shots each or something like that. So yeah, it's been really enjoyable, to be fair. That's the long and short of it. But yeah, hopefully you can join us for it, and until next time, I will see you then. Bye bye.